Hi friends, Teacher Luke here. Now, one of the questions on the Duolingo English test that many test takers find to be very stressful is describing a photo. And guess what? You actually have to describe 4 photos in total. 3 write about the photo and 1 speak about the photo. Which of course means that it is super important that you know how to describe a photo well. In the past, I have made videos covering strategies and ways of organizing your answer. I've put them below in the video description for you. However, in this video, we're going to look at vocabulary. We're going to dive into 30 words and phrases that will help you to describe photos like a pro, whether it's a photo of nature, an urban scene, or people. These words will seriously level up your answers and of course improve your overall score because vocabulary is on the scoring criteria, as you can see right here. Trust me, this video is going to be really useful for you, so let's just jump right into vocabulary number 1. The first one is in the background. Use this when describing what's behind the main subject in a photo. This picture shows a cyclist with stunning mountains in the background. And what's the opposite of in the background? Can you guess? Well, it is in the foreground. When you want to highlight what's closest in the photo, say in the foreground. Just like in this example. An empty wheelchair is positioned in the foreground of the photo, while 3 people are in the background. Easy to use, but these are really useful for describing where things are located in the photo. By the way, I just wanted to let you know that if you would like to download this PDF that I'm using in this video, then you can head over to vip.detready.com and download it there. And if you want to become a VIP member, you'll get access to a complete course on strategies for describing a photo. In this course, I guide you through how you can structure your answers and share techniques that ensure you always have ideas and you know exactly what to say for any photo. Every week, I host live study sessions and live workshops where you can take lessons with me, ask me your questions, and at the end, get the Duolingo test score you need. So anyway, head over to vip.detready.com to get the free PDF that's in this video, and then you can check out the rest of my courses and live lessons. There is a link somewhere down here in the video description. But anyway, back to this video. Next up, close-up. Use close-up to talk about photos taken from very close, showing lots of detail. Like in this photo. This is a close-up of a person making pottery. And what is the opposite of close-up? Well, it is wide shot. Use wide shot to describe a photo that captures a broader view of the scene and also shows the surroundings. Just the opposite of close-up. This is an example of a wide shot. In a sentence, this is a wide shot of a woman using her laptop at her desk. Moving on to number 5, it is vibrant. Use vibrant to describe bold, lively colors. This photo shows 2 people dancing at a lively festival filled with bright, vibrant colors. Alright, next up we have the word horizon. It's that line you see where the earth or sea meets the sky, just like in the background of this photo. This is the horizon. Horizon will be a good word to use in a lot of landscape photos or photos of the ocean. In a sentence, the person is pointing at the sun as it sets on the horizon. Okay, but how about in this photo? Do you see that hot air balloon? It is actually above the horizon. So anything flying up there, just like this hot air balloon, we can say it's above the horizon. This is a good phrase to make your descriptions sound more precise. The hot air balloon is floating above the horizon. The next word I have for you is dawn. So let's talk about dawn. It's the magical moment when the first light appears in the sky. This word is perfect for nature shots where the sun is just peeking over the horizon in the morning. This photo captures a stunning mountain range at dawn, with soft light breaking over the peaks. So if your level of English is intermediate or above, you probably know dawn already. But how about this one? Twilight. This is the soft glow right after sunset. You can use this when describing an evening photo, when the sun has set but it's not completely dark just yet. Just like in this image here. This is an image of a bridge leading to a city taken at twilight. Okay, moving on, but keeping with the same theme, we have scorching. Now, if you look at this photo, you can see that it is scorching hot. So when the heat is extreme, your word to use is scorching. In this photo, there are several dead trees in a scorching desert. Next up, clear blue sky. Now, I'm sure everyone who's watching this video already knows the term blue sky, but to make it more descriptive, you can say clear blue sky. If the sky is cloudless and perfectly blue, just like in this photo, use this phrase. It's not a complicated phrase, but it is straightforward and effective for describing photos like this. A clear blue sky stretches over a sunflower field. Moving on to number 12. Similar to in the background, you can say in the distance. Use this when you want to describe something that is far away in the photo. Just like in this image, the mountains are barely visible. So use in the distance and it instantly adds depth to your description. The man is looking at the mountains in the distance. Okay, now getting a bit more specific. The next one we have is tracks. These are the marks left by someone or something. It could be a person, an animal, or a vehicle. Here in this photo, these tracks were made by a vehicle. So my description goes like this. Tracks made by a large vehicle are visible in the sand. Now check out this photo. The sky is overcast, which means that it's completely covered in clouds. There's not a bit of blue sky in sight. A yacht is sailing on a lake on an overcast day. Okay, let's jump to number 15. How would you describe this road? Is it straight or is it winding? Well, of course it's winding. It curves and twists a bit like a river. So you can either see a straight road or a winding road. The silver car is cruising down the winding road. Moving on, what do you think the season is here? Well, of course it's winter. And if you get a photo similar to this, you can use the phrase, a winter's day. Two horses are eating hay on a chilly winter's day. The opposite, of course, is a summer's day. More than 10 people are surfing on a warm summer's day. And of course, you can say a spring day or an autumn day. Okay, on to some urban scenes right now. And the first word I have for you is monument. Cities have lots of monuments like in this photo, so if you don't know exactly what the structure is, you can just call it a monument. That will make life a lot easier for you. The monument is placed in the middle of the plaza. Now what if the city you're describing is filled with lights? Then you can say this, lit up. As you can see here, this street is completely lit up with vibrant neon lights. And of course, for busy city scenes, we've got the phrase in English called hustle and bustle. This phrase is perfect for places filled with noise, traffic, and energy. Just like in this photo, I believe this is Tokyo, just look at all the people and all the activity. In a sentence, this image captures the hustle and bustle of big city life. But what word can you use if you want to talk about the key parts of a picture? Well, I recommend using the verb features. Just like here. This shot features a modern city with skyscrapers and a mountain range. Features is a simple verb, but it will make your description stand out. Okay, let's move on to 22. What are these two people doing? Well, they are having a conversation. And I think these two people are quite focused on each other. So the phrase we can use is engaged in conversation. If you're engaged in conversation, it means that you're totally absorbed, just like these two people. They are deep in discussion. This is a good collocation you can use if you get a photo of people talking to each other. In a sentence, These two people are sitting on a wooden bench and engaged in conversation. But if you want to describe the people in the photo, but you're not sure of their exact age, you can use a phrase like this: in their 60s. These guys here in this photo, I think they are in their 60s, meaning their age is anywhere between 60 and 69. Now, I might be wrong, but that's just my guess. 3 people in their 60s are working on their laptops in a classroom. Of course, if you get people who look between 20 and 29, you say in their 20s, 30 and 39 in their 30s, and so on. But what if you get a photo like this? See that cabin? We can say it is surrounded by. The cozy cabin is surrounded by tall trees and dense forest. It's right in the middle of the trees and forest. It's possible you'll get a photo with some flowers. And if the flowers are very colorful, then you can say that they are in full bloom. For example, the garden is filled with vibrant flowers in full bloom. When a photo is filled with people or objects, then you can use the collocation crowded with. Just like this photo of a marketplace. The marketplace is crowded with vendors and shoppers. When a road or path is bordered by trees going up and down the street, you can call it a tree-lined street. As you can see in this photo of Paris right here. Paris is famous for its tree-lined streets. Okay, number 29, engrossed in work. You use this when someone is fully concentrating in what they're doing. You can use this for a student who's studying or just an office worker who's busy and concentrating on their work. For example, in this image, I presume that she is a student, so I'm going to say the student is engrossed in her work. And finally, we have the verb capture. This is a great word you can use for photos that represent a key moment. Normally, this will be used to describe actions, just like in this image here. This image captures a small dog playfully jumping up. Okay, those were 30 words and phrases. Was that helpful? If you think it was, put a heart emoji in the comments. Now, I recommend you watch this video right here because it will teach you how to organize and structure your answers for describing a photo. That's a bit tricky, so this video will be really helpful. I'll see you here right now.